Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and I had so much fun with the last project that I did that I decided to mess around a little and make a new thing of my own. So I used the principle of this hidden paper clip with two pockets, which is in my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, you might want to go and watch that one first. It's really fun, cute little project. But basically I expanded the same principle, made it bigger, and sewed a little signature in it to turn it into its own tiny little super cute junk journal. It's got a pocket in the front, some pages in here for scrapbooking and drawing and things, a couple pockets in the back here, and one pocket in the top. And it's got a little hidden paper clip so it can clip right in to your journal to a larger project. And it's super fun to make. So this is my little creation that we're gonna make today. So you're gonna want two pieces of 12 by 12 paper. And what I did ultimately, so what you could do is you could just take one and make two out of it for the base and then decorate however you want. But what I did, what I liked is, in fact, I think we could actually make two either way. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take two 12 by 12s and we're gonna see how it goes. We're kind of making it up as we go a little bit, but I think what we can do is get two of these out of the two 12 by 12s. And what we'll do is use one 12 by 12 for the base and then the other half to decorate the other one, right? So you would decorate the base that came from this paper with this paper and decorate the base that came from this paper with this paper. Okay, so it doesn't matter, I don't think. I think you could use single-sided if you want, and this would be a good way to use it up. I got tired of the single-sided papers that I have, so I'm using double-sided because I love these. But I think that single-sided would actually be totally perfect for this. So the first thing that I'm just gonna do is cut these in half. I'm thinking about kind of how I want this to go on my base. So I'm gonna cut them both in half, and one half is gonna make my base. And these papers actually have a little hole in them, so I'm cutting that off too. I think we want this to go upright. Either way. Oh, actually, that's not gonna go upright, it's gonna go this way, so that's okay. Yeah, so they are going to go sideways. So if you're cutting your papers and you want it upright, then you want to cut it so that when you come here and you're going sideways to make this base, it's upright this way. I think I'm actually going to start with this one. So I like this as a base. So the first thing that we're going to do is just fold this into 4 sections. Into 3 sections. No, 4 sections. So I think the best way to do that is actually to measure. This is 12 inches. So we're gonna just give ourselves a little mark at 3, 6, and 9 so that we can get this basically right. It doesn't have to be super perfect in my world, you know that. It actually turned out with the last one that I made that my paper was not actually a full 12 inches long. So I had a short piece that I had to make do with, but that was okay. This one I think is actually a little bit longer than 12 because I had to cut off that, you know what? Let's score these. It's gonna just make it easier. So we're scoring at 3, 6, and 9. 12 inches is nice and easy. Don't really have to do math. Okay, scored, and then we're gonna fold in like this. Give her a good crease. And in like this again. That's a little bit long on that side because of that slightly bigger section. So I am gonna have to trim that off. Leave it. Okay. And then we'll fit in here. I'm just gonna push this a little to make it go how I want. And I am a little short on my front here, but that's okay. Okay, and this is gonna form the base of our little pockety notebook. Maybe, doesn't matter, I'm short there too. I don't know why that is. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. The first thing I'm gonna do is ink this all up. And on my previous one, I did round those corners on the front cover, but I don't think I'm gonna do it this time just because I'm a little short on the edge and I don't wanna emphasize that any more than what it already is. So this guy gets some nice inky edges. This is walnut stain. It's pretty much my go-to for inking. I do use colors sometimes on other stuff with other themes. Like dragon, I have a dragon journal that I make with purple. And I have some blue and silver fairies that I do with, I think it's denim blue. Okay, I am noticing my pencil marks on the inside, but I think that's all gonna get pretty well covered up, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so this is how our thing goes. So this one here, so this is gonna fold in. This one here, so number 2 over from the left is gonna be the one that gets a notch punched with my circle punch to make the pocket, okay? And then this one is gonna get a paper clip. And if you've seen the paperclip video, the last one, this will make a lot of sense. We're just making that same structure. Paperclip's gonna go in the middle here. And I'm gonna glue that in. And I'm actually gonna glue my pocket here first. So on this far side, I'm just gonna do the edge and the bottom, and I'm going to fold that over to make my pocket here. And then I'm going to go ahead and also glue this whole flap. And that is going to make the base. Now, actually, if you're using single-sided paper, you definitely don't want to do that yet. Hold on, don't do that yet. You can glue your pocket, but wait, because what we want to do is we want to actually cover, we want to do our closure first. So that's okay. If we glued it already, we're just going to leave it be. So let's make a little closure. So I'm going to take my 5/8, 3/8, my little circle punch, and I'm going to make a closure for my outside. The only thing is I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Makes it a little hard. You might even want to decorate your cover at this stage, just so you have an idea. I think I'm going to do something like this. I am loving this stuff. Because then we can put our closure on. Yeah, I think I'm going to do something like that. So I want to put this guy over there. I don't want to glue this to anything. Silliness. I should have laid out some steps for myself ahead of time on this. I just whipped it up last night and didn't think about the order of operations for you guys. So this will be a little bit more of a craft with me than a tutorial. So I'm just going to set that aside for a second. Let that mistake kind of glue itself to death, and then let the mesh kind of grab on there. So we're going to make a closure with a little guy here. So the question is, I think I'm going to use this stuff that's sitting right in front of me. Although I had these at just the right size for more of those little paper clips. Just trying to avoid using them, but I kind of like it for my closure here. So I'm going to cannibalize it, turn it into a scrap. All right, so let's glue those together to give that a chance to dry too. The other thing you can do is if you're doing something on the cover that you're covering stuff like this, you could put a closure around first and then just cover over. But, ooh, did I just get glue? I just got glue all over that. All right, I'm gonna put another one on top just because I glued it. So that's okay. It'll be extra strong, which is fine because when all I'm doing is using this little tiny one like this, they can be a little flimsy. So I've got these beautiful black and white butterflies. These are fussy cuts that are in my Etsy shop. They've been very popular. As decorations, they do really kind of stand out against brown pages for things. Okay, so let's take a look at making some pockets while we're waiting for things to dry. Or maybe I'm also gonna make, I think, a tag. I have some tags that I made out of my neutral backgrounds kit. That's a little too big. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. And he's gonna fit in there, and I'm gonna give him a little tab at the top. I think I have some of the cute bitty baby ones like I used on the other one. If I can find them, I need to organize all my little pieces better. I don't see them. I have these little small whale tail tabs, like this. Eee! That are so cute, and I want another one, and I don't know where I put them. I think I only have one or two. So let's just go ahead and give this guy some stamps. Ooh, I've got a butterfly. Do I have a block to use? I don't have a block to use. Okay, butterfly will have to wait. What did I do? Fingerprints. Okay, let's just give this guy some handwriting bits and bobs all over. A little bit of a background to start with. And then let's see about where we're at here on this guy. Okay, so I want to ink up my closure, which is still a bit gooey. I'm gonna look at, I think I'm gonna put some butterflies on like this. Maybe some words or a label in the middle. And so I'm gonna put this guy about here. Find my pencil. I'm gonna mark that. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it just like that. And find my crocodile. I guess we'll use the big bite since I don't think I brought the little guy. That's okay. I'm just using the 1/8 inch punch here, and we'll punch this guy too. It's a little gluey still, but that's okay. I've noticed that I say that a lot. That's okay. And it's true. Mini brads. Let's use a bronze colored one and slide that guy in there so that we can cover up our brads on the inside here. And now, and the other thing this is gonna do, so this is why it's okay to use a single-sided. So what we're gonna do now is use some of the other paper to cover this inside, and we're gonna make it sized to just over this fold, where this fold is, right? So maybe like 1/2 inch. 1/4 of an inch, something like that. Because that's going to do two things. It's going to give if your paper is single-sided, it's going to give your paper a nice, beautiful decoration. But it's also going to cover up your brad legs. And it's going to, let me make sure I'm the same size too. And it's going to reinforce your spine. When you sew in your pages, your spine will be a little stronger. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just glue it in. And first I'm gonna ink it on 3 sides. But I'm gonna glue it in and then trim it off because it's just a little too tiny to do the other way. So then we're gonna glue that over that panel. And let that get tacky for a minute before we sew in our signatures, because I want to fold it. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I think I'm going to glue this down first. Yeah. So let's go ahead and glue this down now too. Now that because that's going to be under. So now you'll see why I didn't want to do this part right away. Because that piece goes under there. Ooh, cute, cute, cute. I like how it's coming out. Let's trim that bottom. Where'd my big scissors go? Don't even have my big scissors. It's okay. I've got some little ones. Actually, I think those worked a little better than the big scissors usually do for that. All right, so let's give this a little more ink. Hope that that's tacky enough. And we can fold that down again and give it a crease. Now, I pre-cut some little papers for this, for the insides. Just for one though, and I said I was thinking about making 2, but that's okay. So I'm gonna just put those together into a cute little signature. Lots of little scraps and things. To turn this into a little bitty notebook. And that's gonna go in there just like that. I'm gonna clip it in and give it a sew. Starting to have a good time doing a little bit more of my own variations on things. I love doing other people's projects too, but it's fun sometimes to come up with something a little different. And I also didn't bring my freaking... Here, we've got some different... This is not the stuff that I usually use, but it is beeswax thread that is designed for this. It's a little thicker than the stuff I usually use, but that's okay. I think it might actually look cute in here too. It's got a little darker color to it too, which matches my papers. So I'm just going to put that through my bookbinding needle if I can ever get it to go. It is a little thicker. Okay, and we're going to go out through the inside middle, back in through the top. Make sure our top hole is cooperating. And then back out through the bottom and in through the middle. You can actually do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, which I should maybe do a little more extensive journal and show that too. I kind of like those on something that I want to be a little bit sturdier. Something like this. This is not a big deal and it's too little really, but it's nice on bigger journals. My bigger envelope journals I do as a 5-hole pamphlet stitch now. Okay, little trim. And that's our signature in there. And the base of our adorable little notebook. And the only thing left is to make some pockets. And so what I did here was I used this contrasting paper that I used for the inside here to make one pocket here. And I just marked it where I wanted it. Kind of like that. And then the other part of this paper, because it's going to get used as the decor for the other one, can also be used to make another layer of pocket here. And that inside pocket let's give these guys both a notch at the same time so they match. Awesome. Little inky. And then these can go in. This one first. Oh, that's so cute. I love that layered look like that. The swapping back and forth between the patterns of the paper. Yeah. And then, you know, something little on the inside on that pocket there can kind of finish it off. And then I did a corner pocket here. Problem is, if I want this for my other one, I need to save a piece that's big enough. So I want to make sure I don't cannibalize that for the other one. So I'm going to cut that now. And then I've got, I'll see what I actually have, because I didn't do this with the other one. So we'll save those for the inside pocket and that page. And so then I've got this. So I can use this guy and just cut him here like this. And I'm gonna just go kinda like that. Save that for the other one if I want it. And then that guy goes in the front. Just like that. Okay. And then you should have what you need. These all as decorative pieces, a little bit more decorative pieces here, and you can make a second one out of this guy. And let's see, before I finish off, I'm gonna do my cover. Let's see if we can get this guy to fold right. I don't know why I keep, maybe gussets would make a difference there. I'm kind of too lazy to do gussets though on something like this. Oops, I do need the other side though. Before I score. 6 and 3. Okay, score it. Would I be a better crafter if I were better at measuring and getting perfect lines? I don't think so. I think, you know, just based on what people tell me in classes and workshops and what I see in groups and things, you know, people want to learn in a low pressure environment. So that's the way to do this, right? Work with the things that don't quite line up. Yeah, I think it's still, ooh, it's gonna be even worse on this one. What about if we go this way? Yeah. Still, why does it do that? Okay, this one, we're gonna squish it over. See if I can't get that to work. Yeah. There we go. Now it's going. There. That was perfect. Except for I have an extra fold in there, but that's okay. So now you can make your second one and you'll have your inside piece for here. And then your pockets that can go here. That will go on top of that. Yeah. So I'm not going to go all the way through the whole process again because I don't have pages set up for that one. But I will put my rest of my closure on here. I'm going to grab some twine for that. Put it underneath. Tie a little knot. A little tricky with this meshy stuff on here, but we'll get it to go. And then I think I'm going to put my butterflies on. Find something to go with them. How long do we want this? Yay, so like that. Yeah. Put a little knot in the end. And that is ready to go. So let's see. Pretty butterflies. I also have this little girl. I was thinking about her too. I like her. Some sepia butterflies too. I don't know, that's a bit weird. If I had a label or something that would go with her. I don't know. I think I like the butterflies better. What do you guys think? I think they work really well, actually. So let's see. What else do we have? Should we put a word on there? Label of some kind. It's a little too big. Otherwise, I would like it. Blues and things. Cook. A label that says cook. I don't think that works with butterflies. What about this? I could cut it. Well, if I cut it in half, it loses its border. Darn, it's a little too long. I like that. I like it. What about these? I was kind of thinking about setting it up like a natural history display with little numbers like this underneath. You know, like this. But I don't think I've or like this. I kind of like that, but it's a little weird on this. It's a little weird on this this size with just two, and with the way everything else looks, it just doesn't quite. Maybe something like this. Celebrate happy moments. I think it's too long. I need something that's a little compact. Maybe just a word is what we're going to end up doing here. do have these ones too. I wonder if those would... That's so cute. These really aren't any different from the other ones that I just tried and decided against, but somehow, yeah, just don't think that's gonna work. So let's find something for the middle. Just a word. Happiness. Butterflies always. I don't know, I think that's too long for this space. And it doesn't have a border though, so I could cut. I really want something succinct, yeah. Let's go with Imagine. I think that'll do it. And I'm just gonna give it a border. Maybe using this guy here. And I think that'll do it for our cover. Let's put the butterflies on. My box is bursting. Okay. Butterflies on. While we finish up our word. That guy. Woo. Okay, looking good. And then you can just fill it up. I've got some tags that I'm going to do a little more with. And stuff them inside those pockets. Only thing is these little scissors are a little harder for these. I'm trying to be straight. I'm getting diamond shaped because my corners aren't quite right. That's too big anyway. Imagine. It's been a long time since I watched a video from Julie. I need one. I need some Wees. There. I think that's gonna do it. Cover of this guy. Imagine. Okay. That's gonna be a little bit tricky sticking because it's just sticking to that mushy stuff, but ooh, I like that. I like how that came out a lot. Inside, I'll probably do a little something to that too. I like to dress up those text heavy pages. But so we've got our pocket here, our pocket here. Let's open those up. Make sure they work. And our pocket here. And you've got this little paper clip on the back that lets it clip inside to a bigger project. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you're enjoying. Helps me a lot as a small creator and small business. And I will see you in the next video.